Testing. Yo, what's up? What's good, buddy? What's happening, Shadow? How are you, OG Alchemist? Bitcoin's kind of still putting up a good fight. Let me reduce this a little. Hopefully that level's okay. What's up, Isaac? How are you, bro? Isaac from Jersey, New Jersey. Let's zoom the hell out and see where we've been and where we're going. So, even through the weekend, through everything, we're still in this consolidation box. Like, this range has not been busted yet. It's still very much intact. We're channeling still too. We're above the midpoint of the channel, which is cool. So that's optimistic. The last few hours have been kind of exciting for the bulls, you know. We're very close to a revisit of the yearly high. Could we get a triple top? It's possible, yeah. Be careful of that. Be careful of a really nasty rejection back down. But look, in saying that though, look, I mean, the trend is up. We are in an uptrend. There's no doubt about that. Could we face some, you know, pullbacks before we get like a test for 40K? Quite possible. So I would not be surprised if we do come up to test this and it becomes like a bit of a swing fail, where we do get a little bit above it, but ultimately retrace back down again and trap the bulls and liquidate the longs, that kind of thing. It's been happening a lot. If I go down to like the 5-minute chart, you can see how violent it's been, especially through here. I mean, look at this really nasty dip and then a huge rip to recover it, and then a real nasty pullback, and then a really explosive rip again. Like, oh, if you were trying to play 100x leverage on that, it's very tough. There's no safe spot to get in. It's a gamble. This is why I don't mess with high leverage. It's just get wiped out. To those who can do it, kudos to you. Hats off to you for being able to pick the points on the chart that pivot, but I'm not good at it, so I leave it alone. I keep things a lot simpler and safer. But from here, let's see. We've got less than 2 hours to go for the Monday candle close. Let me open up a S&P 500 chart just to quickly see how the stock market has been behaving. So we're currently, this is just the regular trading hours view. We've pretty much, technically, we've got higher than the pivot high of September. Now, the next high to beat is the yearly high of July, which is back over here. So it's nearby, it's not far at all. So it's looking okay. We're still very bullish on this uptrend. Look how explosive this has been in just, less than 2 months. This massive bounce and recovery. Very exciting to see that. If we go out to the daily for the S&P 500, you can see it is evidently, there's our low, right? Higher low. And I'm just like macroing this. Much higher low, significantly higher, right? That is very, very bullish price action. So this is the final hurdle. Like, this is the final major hurdle, of course, the all-time high of the S&P 500. If we can get anywhere close to that, or even look at breaking it, that would green light crypto. That would green light, crypto and Bitcoin to move higher. It all marries up. I'm going to type them out on the screen. These are fundamental reasons why I think being bullish isn't so crazy. Okay, so we have let's go capitals. ETF anticipation, I'll call it. We've got, let's be more specific, Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETF approval anticipation. That's very wordy, but who cares? So that's like, that is catalyst, or, bull fuel number 1. Bull fuel number 2. We have the halving, the BTC halving, roughly, let's see, April of 2024 coming up. So leading into that, historically speaking, leading into a halving, you get bullish activity. You get a lot of anticipation leading into it, and then following the halving, it creates the perfect storm for going up. Mainly due to the tokenomics and just the nature that Bitcoin works with its circulating supply and the block reward. So new Bitcoin coming into the space is now twice as difficult. Like, well, not difficult, but you are rewarded half as much as you were last time. So it's improving its rarity for new Bitcoin by 100%. So that is rocket fuel, if you ask me. Sorry, I'm just turning my fan on. All right, and now the third factor is the Federal Reserve with interest rates. So the cutting cycle, quantitative easing. I'm going to put that quantitative easing following interest rate cuts. These are the 3 major reasons I see Bitcoin moving up into a bull market for next year and the year after. Like, I can see these are the main reasons. I'm trying to find substantial reasons and significant, as big as these, as to why crypto or Bitcoin would plummet or correct back down and make new lows, and I just can't find them. I think the only kind of suggestions or suspicions or theories on it are let's write this in red. So Russia, Ukraine crisis, and also the Israeli Israel-Palestine crisis. These are two like very real world, like scary things that are going on at the moment. But it's one thing to identify a crisis, but it's another thing to actually apply that to crypto. Like, why does it matter to crypto? It's a terrible situation, of course. I don't think anyone's arguing that, but like, does that really have implication for a downturn in markets per se? You know, if you think of markets, I think a big chunk of markets and a big reason markets tend to go up is the United States. The United States are a big reason that the stock market is what it is. It's American, right? The stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, it is the biggest market on the planet. As far as like trading markets, you could argue like, oh, real estate and all that, and bond markets and all that. But look, for us, for retail, like, what we can look at on TradingView markets, America is very much so. If there was an American crisis for conflict, then yeah, that's where it'd be like, okay, this is a real threat. We know that last year, or the year before, sorry, the 2019, 2020, COVID-19, that was a threat to the globe, right? So that was reason for a lot of volatility. But even then, like, off the back of such an incredibly tragic and dramatic event, we had a bull run off the back of it. Like, this is when it sort of broke out to the world that there was a crisis and there was a pandemic, and markets did crash. But look how swift the recovery was, mainly thanks to all of the money printing going on. Like, so many different countries went through and printed out money and stimulated the population with cash. Basically cash for free, seemingly. It wasn't for free though. It caused this as a reaction. Like, this was us paying for it. We caused mega inflation. The Fed had to tighten up, make interest rates a lot higher, like the highest they've been in a long time, to counter the inflation that this caused, that they're printing, their quantitative easing. So you get a period of quantitative easing, which basically means money printing. And then to counter it, or to correct the damage from QE, they do QT, which is quantitative tightening, which is the cycle that we've been in. And we are still in it, but this is where it started. It was started around here. They started increasing the interest rates and tightening the economy up, making it more expensive to take out loans and all that stuff. So if you get a cycle of QE followed by QT, what's next? Like, the QE, after we've done the damage of QT, we have to counter it. It's like a pendulum. The economy swings back and forth, to and fro, up and down, like markets do, right? Markets do the same. This is overly simplified, but you get the picture. It's highs and it's lows. And how do you bring things back into, here's the equilibrium right in the middle, right? So when you deviate away from equilibrium, you get a pivot and it swings back the other way. So we've seen a pivot recently in stock market, in crypto. We're just waiting for the Fed to, make their next move. We need to see more data come in with the CPI, with the inflation. I had a bit of a brain stall there, and still having one. It's really early for me. I only just woke up. But yeah, look, from here, I think there's more fuel, there's more reason to move up from here on a macro sense, on a macro picture, than say move down and crash everything back to the floor. The only way I see that happening is if something comes around the corner that no one sees coming, which is known as a black swan event. And that's the whole point of a black swan, is that you do not see it coming. Like, no one can predict it. It just comes out of the blue. And that can happen at any moment. So hopefully there's no nuclear World War III gonna get started anytime soon. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go down to the lower time frames. I just want to sort of track how Bitcoin's coming up on these previous two highs here. So these are the prices to watch. It's basically 38,000. We'll see if we can come up and at least test it. It looks like it's coming up to at least visit it and see how it's going to react. It's been a bumpy old ride all the way back up from this brutal sell-off that happened here. Very brutal. You just see the volatility, especially these big steps up and down very recently. That is very choppy. I don't know how people, you know, take action in those parts, but yeah. We just have to wait and see what we get. Let me read the comments here. What's up, Let's Mars? What's up, Crypto Steiner? What's up, Honest AF? OG. Ekialb, how's it going? Yeah, good, man. How are you? How do you feel about Binance news? Fill me in. What's the Binance news? Let me catch up on Cointelegraph. Let's have a look. Cointelegraph. I just opened Google, by the way, and I thought that was CZ, but it's not. It's a heart surgeon guy. Okay, Cointelegraph. 70% of Bitcoin dormant for a year. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Okay. Just trying to see Binance as any headline. Oh, look at this story. Crypto traders are looking at Dogecoin again. Here's why. I'll have to do a bit of a TA on Doge soon as well. I'll also open CoinDesk up. Let me open a tab. Because they're a big... I feel like Cointelegraph and CoinDesk are the two really big crypto news sites. So here we go. Bitcoin and BNB token stage relief rallies. On Binance settlement news, crypto exchange Binance could reportedly soon be paying $4 billion to settle multiple US criminal charges, according to Bloomberg. I feel like that's a positive thing. That is, you know, they're doing the right thing. They're paying their dues. If they, you know, if the US is coming after them for criminal charges, you know, they're leveling it. They're you know, they're like, okay, fair play, here, I'll pay my fine and move forward. If he did a runner, like if he tried to run from it, that would be more suspicious and more weird and strange and, you know, kind of Sam Bankman-Fried-ish, I guess. But look, he's been around a while in crypto, CZ and Binance, and I think he's good at crisis aversion and like staying afloat, keeping Binance alive. Like they are the biggest central exchange still, by far. So that's no surprise that he's capable of, you know, keeping things going. A lot of normal companies and big banks, they pay fines all the time. They're caught out doing, you know, shit that's against the rules, so to speak. Big companies, banks, all sorts, they pay fines. It's part of their overhead. You know, they factor it into their budget, I guess. But they still come out on top. They still come out making record profits. And yeah, Let me look into it a little further. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the price too while we read this. Okay. A major overhang over the crypto market, whether the world's largest crypto exchange might soon be put out of business, might soon be going away, and Bitcoin and BNB are moving higher on the news. Excellent. According to Bloomberg, Binance by month's end might be paying $4 billion to make multiple criminal charges in the US go away. Importantly, however, the settlement reportedly would allow the exchange to continue operations. To this point, a spokesperson with the Department of Justice declined to comment to CoinDesk, and Binance didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Okay, so they're keeping it kind of like under wraps, I guess. They don't want to like make silly like comments out of line and flare things up and cause speculation and false news and shit. Anyway, after initial dips when the headlines hit, Bitcoin and BNB have both moved to session highs, with Bitcoin ahead 1% on the day and BNB up 6%. That's really good. BNB's a big blue chip, so that's a pretty big move there. Yeah, I don't think that's bearish whatsoever. I think he's keeping the show alive. Like he's keeping it running. Yeah, market reacted positive. It's a good thing. Like I kind of wish that this was all dealt with back in December or like January, like so that there just was no creases to iron out, so that we can continue higher. But look, this would have been like seen as extremely bearish potentially back in November, December, because everyone had a pitchfork in their hand on crypto. Everyone was, trying to kill it. So it might have had a bit more effect to the bearish side if it happened back then. But because we're in all of this anticipation and rallying, maybe it's just a timing thing that this was gonna happen. So that's cool. Let me check out this Dogecoin news. Where was it? Here we go. Crypto traders are looking at Dogecoin again. Here's why. Doge flashes a rarely seen technical signal that has historically been followed by a parabolic rally. Ooh. When meme coins go parabolic, it's usually a market top signal and a warning that investors' euphoria has peaked. The market witnessed similar speculative fury in the 2020-2021 bull market when Dogecoin chased after $1. We were all there for that. Shiba Inu rallied by tens of thousands of percentage points, and non-fungible token prices hit eye-watering highs of 6 to 7 figures. Damn. I know that some of us rode that Shiba craziness. Shout out to Prolific So Gifted. Remember Prolific? Despite only being up 13.6% for the year, Doge's 33.2% gain over the last month has put the asset on some analysts' radar. Take, for example, crypto trader Tony the Bull, who pointed out that Doge price rallied into the 1-month parabolic SAR indicator, a move that the trader says was previously followed by a 23,000% rally. That's crazy. For traders who use technical analysis, the parabolic SAR is generally used to pinpoint stop and reverse signals from an asset. In short, it is used to determine the price levels where an asset could stop in its current direction and begin a trend reversal. So it's kind of like a pivot indicator. This dog is ready to bite. Dogecoin tags 1M parabolic SAR. Yeah, so it got a dot. It got a dot on the support side, which means move up. So that's cool for Doge. Last signal produced a 23,000% rally the last time it happened. I don't know if we're going to get 23,000% out of Doge at this level. Maybe 230%. I don't know. Traders have also pointed to Doge's Fibonacci levels as a guide to where the price could head into the medium term, citing the monthly time frame. A 12 cent at the 618 fib level has been identified as a medium term target, whereas the 1618 fib level suggested 23 cents as the terminus of the current Doge swing trade. Trading, yeah, goes on and on. These are good websites, guys. If you haven't seen them already, Cointelegraph and CoinDesk. CoinDesk. So Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, they've got a lot of great headlines to sort of scour through, and like that, they'll put out articles like every couple of hours, I think. I kind of prefer the layout of Cointelegraph just visually to find articles, because they've got these fun little, you know, illustrations and the articles. It's very clean and you can see when it was posted, and yeah. But you know, I think Cointelegraph was the one that put out the ETF fake news. So you kind of have to be careful with what you read, but it can still generate enough excitement, even if it is fake news, to trade some kind of explosive move, you know. Fine, yeah, a fine is better than getting shut down, 100%. G'day DC Woodworking, how are ya? Market did react positive, yep, it was positive no matter the time. Anything other than Binance going away is a win. Yeah, 100% Serrano. They're both trash cans. CoinDesk is owned by Binance, lol. Well, I don't agree with that. I don't think they're trash, but look, they're delayed. They're not like the article's coming out. They have to create the article. They have to publish it. You know, it can be late when you see the article, the new article. It can be, yeah, the move's already happening, and then you look for the evidence later. You know, CoinDesk and Cointelegraph bring out the evidence later. But dude, I guess it's if you're into crypto news, it's a good start. I feel it's the mainstream. It's a very big crypto mainstream news source. So they've got to have some kind of influence or pull on sentiment, I feel. Crypto Twitter or Crypto X is where you get a lot of like real, like, you know, unadulterated and unedited, you know, it's straight from the horse's mouth usually, because you got, you know, the heads of these different projects making announcements, like, you know, the projects themselves, they'll tweet something just out of the blue. Or, you know, Elon Musk, as we know, like back in 2021, 2020, with the DOGE thing, like he was tweeting it and it was instant reaction off the tweets. So yeah, that Twitter, you can't get too much better than Twitter. I'm not much of a news guy. Like I don't have my eyes on the news headlines every day, like at all, really. I'm more buried in the charts, but it's fun to try and dig out and find the reason behind certain moves and speculate on what caused it. But yeah, anyway. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Let's go to the daily chart. So we're still within this logarithmic rising wedge. We have not penetrated through the top just yet. We're still like sort of acting under the resistance of this blue angular line of resistance. So from there,
the angular resistance I drew out stopped it dead in its tracks.
So it may stop the progress dead in its tracks if you know, if we can't get through, we will correct to some degree. Where we find support, that's another story. Like where we cap out. Let's just for argument's sake, let's do a little Fibonacci retracement. If we're gonna claim that 38,000 is the top of this move, this entire move here, your 50% retest would be between 30 and 31k. That's the 50. That's a pullback to the 50. That marries up beautifully with a retest of these highs here, these previous resistance, as our next level of support if we crash down, because that would be a 50 Fibonacci retest. And then before, you know, moving up. And look at how it coincides with a test of this trend line here. Look at how that would marry up. Maybe it takes a little longer just to get it to you know, marry up like here. Or maybe we do get a push and then come down later on and then bang, we hit it in that region in, you know, late December, early January before, you know, clearing out that dump that everyone's expecting, or some people are calling for, right? I can see that seems to be technically possible, and even you know, verging on the side of probable as well. I think just it's a nice setup. I'm gonna get rid of this fib retracement. You can see I've got a fib underneath already. My chart is extremely busy with levels and things like that. I'm just going to clean it up so that we can show, or I can show something else. So this Fibonacci is from the all-time high all the way down to the bottom. I've talked about this before a couple of times, but on a logarithmic sense, we are coming up to the 618 fib level. We haven't quite hit it yet. It's at 38,980-ish. So just below 39K. That's significant. From a linear perspective, we've got the 0.5 fib linear Fibonacci retracement to test. That's 42.2K. So it's like, yeah, there's some big points to come and test, I feel, that are within reach. I don't think 42,000 from here, from just 37.5 is that outrageous of a move. Like it's not like I'm trying to say 100K. It's just 42.2. I think that's probable. I think it's likely to come and test that, maybe even before the end of the year. Maybe sooner. But yeah, like, I mean, the way I'm playing crypto and Bitcoin at the moment is I really don't care what happens between now and the halving. Like, if we do this, no problems. If we do this, no problems. Like, it does, either scenario, any scenario really doesn't bother me, because I know that these highs here are eventually, it's just a matter of time. The $69,000 level is going to get tested, if not beaten. So, you know, I just see this all as an accumulation. Like, it's anything between here and the all-time high you could see as an accumulation zone. And I'll tell you why. Because look at this. Look at 2017, right? I'll turn it off automatic. Here was our all-time high of $20,000. It seemed like such an outrageous level, like when we were down here especially. We were like, God, we're never going to get back up there. That's impossible, right? Even a push to $14,000 felt dangerous at the time, like through here. But this was the psychology. Like, this was like a mental round number that everyone was very fearful of and anticipating. This is the best we could do coming into the 2019 relief rally. But, you know, if you chalk it up, any price that you were accumulating or buying, even in this rally, if you were buying through here, you were good. Like, if I draw a box around this whole area as let's just call that an accumulation zone. A 3-year accumulation zone of buying Bitcoin and whatever crypto. And now if I turn it back onto automatic and hit reset, look at that. Look at what happened. All of your accumulation efforts created from like the very worst buy in that accumulation zone, a 240% return on your accumulation efforts minimum. Probably better, probably more like 650 or whatever, you know? The point is, I'm treating the all-time high and our lowest low as this. This is what this is to me. This was the first one. This is the second one. Is it going to produce the same results? No, it's not. Just the way that percentages work, it's not going to perform as strong. Every bull market seems to be like a diminishing return for Bitcoin. And that's just the nature of price and market cap growth. When something gets gigantic, the performance slows down. You know, you get stability through how big it is, you know. And there will be a point where Bitcoin can swing $10,000 an hour, and all it means is like fractions of a percent. If it gets that big, you know, this is a hypothetical. So yeah, that's my take on it. And I think, yeah, look, I'm just buying it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just accumulating. If we dip, that's great news. You know, if we dip and retest some lower points or something tragic happens, good news. Awesome. Buy more. It's a discount. It's a Black Friday sale. If we go up from here, no worries as well. You know, bull market's on. So either way you cut it, either way you slice it, I feel there's positives in both. So take that. All right, look, I'm gonna have a look at, okay, Bonk. Look at Bonk. Look at what it did. 3,227%. In how many days did it take? 39 days. A little bit over a month, and it went up 3,400%. That's raw, unlevered percent. Crazy, crazy. And the reason being is because the market cap is tiny for Bonk, or it definitely was down here. Tiny market cap back here. Dogecoin, the OG Doge, the OG dog coin. What's it doing? Where's it been? Where's it going? Is the hype still alive from that article? Probably not. Yeah, it's still adhering to this box. Look at that. Savage, 7% down, 3.5% down. It's getting, look, if you're a long-term Doge believer, like if you think there's good potential in it, you've still got time. Like you're still in this box here. If you want to call it an accumulation box, or turn it green, you can still buy it. It's cheap. Provided that we get something like this in the future, you know. So the returns on Doge, okay, if we revisit the all-time high, the returns from Doge at this level would get you 8.5x, so 850%. 8.5x your money. So if you somehow built up a position of 10 grand around this level, 10 grand times 8.5, it's like, what's that, $85,000? 10,000 times 8.5, 85 grand, which gives you a total of $95,000 as your account, just from a $10,000 effort at spot. I'm not talking leverage, I'm talking just spot. That's if it comes and even gets close to its previous high. Could Doge to $1 be possible in the next bull market? I'm gonna put a poll up. Is Doge to $1? Let's see. I'm not going to say possible because we know it's possible. I want to say probable in the coming bull phase. All right. Cast your vote. I'll leave it up there for a while. We'll see. Is Doge to $1 probable? in the coming bull phase. So we got 9 votes, 6 votes. That's cool. Okay, excellent. So if you're voting yes, you should be planting seeds down here. If you think it's gonna happen, take a punt, you know? What's the worst that could happen? Honestly, the worst that could happen is that it doesn't go anywhere. It just stays at 5 cents. Well, it's not the worst thing. The worst thing would be if it dumped down to 1 cent and you started accumulating 10 grand, you know, at this level. But this is all just, this is food for thought. This is hypotheticals. And look, you can apply this mindset to any altcoin that you think has potential in the bull market. So look, it's not too late to start preparing, because we haven't had major liftoff yet. It's heating up. Doge, we know that Bitcoin is the one that cuts the path. Like, Bitcoin is the one that shows us the way, and then the altcoins tend to follow that. You know, Bitcoin to the large caps, to the mid caps, to the low caps, to the micro caps, and then all the shit coins, and, you know. So there's still time, plenty of time, which is excellent. But at least for Bitcoin, I think, yeah, like the grade A buying area was back here, and like through here, and like probably maybe here as well. Like, these were the best, obviously, but even still, reaccumulation zones are still going to be present on the way up, and it's not the end of the world, you know, to buy a little higher. If you know, if overall we go much higher than previous all-time high, like, what does it really matter? Like, you're still turning a profit. So anyway, that's the way I see it. That's my mindset. I don't think Bitcoin's going to $10,000 or $8,000 or $5,000. I mean, it had its chance. It had its chance back here at the FTX collapse. That was like threatening the existence of crypto, basically. Like, all that shit. That's the best it could squeeze out of the market. That's the best it could get the price down, was not even 15,000. It didn't even come to visit the previous high over here of 14K. The best it could do was to weed it down to 15.6 or whatever. So that's bullish. Like, to me, that's I don't think 10K is possible at all with that mindset. You know, just as 1K wasn't going to be possible down here when Bitcoin dipped to 3K. And then again, the COVID crash, you know, this is like freaking doomsday, end of the world type, everyone freaking out and panicking with COVID, right? That, like, hundreds of thousands of people were dying worldwide, and Bitcoin dipped to 3.5K. It didn't go to 0. It didn't go to 1,000. It didn't go to $100. So, you know, cook up the most nightmare fuel scenario you can, and I just don't think that Bitcoin's gonna get down to those levels. I just don't see it. Is it possible? Yes. Possible is gonna get you anywhere, though. You want to work with probability. What's probable? Probable is what matters, not possible. Bitcoin to $1 million is possible. Bitcoin to $0 is possible. But it doesn't help you. That possibilities don't help anybody. It's what's probable. And anyway, enough of that. Enough of that rant. Okay. Kraken Exchange just charged for selling unregistered securities by the SEC. Ah, yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. I've been pumping most of my funds into FTM. Okay, cool. Look, man, there are so many crypto channels out there that do altcoin reviews, and like these altcoin gems, coins to 100x in 2024. Like, you get a lot of those kind of videos. It's okay. You can dig through those and you might find some, you know, because these guys spend a lot of energy and time into like scrutinizing these projects. And, you know, some channels do it better than others, but yeah, it's worth doing your own research. Just do your own research and find what looks to have potential for the, you know, the really high performance altcoins going into next year. You know, some of them have even started up already. Like, so we know that Bonk is an absolute shitcoin. It's tied to Solana though, and Solana's seen a nice recovery. So I think Bonk just rode the coattails of Solana's recovery. Look at that. It's a beautiful result. That's 3,200% up in the blink of an eye, in a month, you know, just over a month. Incredible. A lot of people shilling their own bags, exactly, Paul, and that's why you have to be careful about the Kool-Aid that you're drinking. You know, you scrutinize the channel. Like, do I trust this channel? Go through their previous cycles. Go through the videos of their, you know, altcoin prediction cycles and see how accurate they were, or inaccurate. See if they were just, you know, shilling something that is now in the ground or doesn't even exist anymore. You know what I mean? And that's how you can sort of gauge how much trust you can put in. I remember when people were talking about Chainlink before it even was a thing. Like in the altcoin predictions, it was, I remember there was VeChain. People loved VET, Link, Chainlink, and then all of like the DeFi stuff like Sushi, Pancake, Sushi Swap, Pancake Swap. There's a whole bunch of them. If you go on like Coin Market Cap, you can view by category. They used to have it set out really nice, but if it's gonna work, where's DeFi? I might not dig through websites and things because it seems to slow, it chokes up the stream for some reason. Like, my connection's not, it's either my computer or my connection struggles with that, so I'll leave that. But yeah, digging through CoinMarketCap, do that. Check out the DeFi category, and you'll see that. Yeah, I'm roboting. Yeah, I don't doubt it. So there you go. That's pretty much how I see things at the moment. I want to go back to Bitcoin. I kind of just want to relax now and just watch the progress and see if we can actually make progress. Good, excellent. Now let me put these lines back on. Key levels and price levels. There we are. Maybe I'll do with the hour chart. I just want to follow Bitcoin's progress to potentially visit this level. You know, the anticipation's there. Like, we've been staring at 38,000 for, let's count it out. Let's count the hours out. Oh. So 38,000 was a thing all the way back here. And right now it's been 11 days and 8 hours that we've been thinking about 38K. It's been, 11 days and 8 hours that we've been thinking and looking at $38,000. So the anticipation is there. The higher lows are there. Look at these lows, look at them. Even these wicks are higher. There's a low. I don't have to spell it out, but look, you can see the lows. That is an uptrend. when you have an uptrend like that leading into equal resistance, see, look, equal. That's my mouse handwriting. You have yourself an ascending triangle. That's what we have right now. I'm going to get that drawn out as well. It's not going to be totally perfect, but something like that. Let's just be real rough about it. That's what we have, guys. Let me Google that for you. 1 second. Ascending triangle. Technical analysis basics. What does an ascending triangle produce in an uptrend, especially when it's coming into an uptrend? Like, what historically? In a downtrend, it's a different story. It's like, you know, you're coming down. It's, yeah, it's a different. It can be different. Choppiness, ascending triangle, break of resistance, bang, up you go. This is nasty because this is a breakout. That's still a trade right there, but then it dumped and then it took off. A break, hook and go in a very nasty way. But yeah, look, this is what I understand the textbook definition of an ascending triangle. So it's like, do we get the textbook outcome? Or do we get disappointed, you know? That's the big question. The poll is in. 2/3 of people think that Doge will get to $1 in the coming bull cycle. That's cool. I think I'm in that camp too. I think Doge has a fair probability of getting there, you know? We will find out. We will find out. It's going to be very disappointing if it doesn't. Look, even 50 cents would be cool. If it gets to like 30, 40, 50 cents, awesome. That's still good from this level. Yeah, look, most results for ascending triangle are displaying a move up. Once it breaks that flat top, that resistance, that is it. And then look, the descending. You look at descending triangles and downtrends. Descending and downtrends is breaks of support. So it's just the same, just on the flip side. Boom. Downtrend, consolidation, a line of support that is repeatedly getting beaten against, and then bang, it breaks, and then you get the continuation of the downtrend. It's the same. It's a bearish pattern, a descending triangle in a downtrend. You're more likely to get descending triangles in downtrends, and you're more likely to get ascending triangles in uptrends. That's not to say that they don't exist. Like, it's not to say that you can't get a descending triangle in an uptrend. It's just less likely. Because price, in an uptrend, price meets resistance, and it fights the resistance to make new highs, and that's the part and parcel. Like that's it. That's what happens in an uptrend. It's resistances get met and broken, and then the same in a downtrend. Supports get met and broken. They get met and broken. And these ascending and descending triangles are just the patterns that form at those moments. And look, we found ourselves in an ascending triangle, and I don't have to repeat it. Here, look, here was another one. Look, you can see it right here. Bam, bam, like maybe like that, and then like across the top there. Look, there was some ugly breaks here. These were like some ambitious breaks that didn't quite make it yet, but look, overall ascending triangle, bang, you got the legitimate break and then the move higher. So that is in essence what it is. Whoa, radium design, $10. I don't know what a bull is. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the the sticker. I know this guy in real life, guys. In real life, I know him. What's up? Radium. Thank you, Radium Design. Appreciate that. Bloody legend, mate. The flag pattern a signal for breakout to uptrend, or does it include downtrends? Yeah, so, okay, a bull flag. Let's find a bull flag. Here's a bull flag right here. This section of price activity. Let me get rid of the extended lines. Look at that. That is a bull flag. It's just consolidation in a downward slope during an uptrend, like during an overall uptrend. There's another one here somewhat. Let me find that for you. Wait, that's a date range. I need this one. That's kind of, oh, that's more of like a, that's just like a measured move up, I guess. Let's see if I can get it to trace out. There we go. There's a mini one there, consolidation, then breakout. You'll be able to see it on a lower time frame. Let's see. You see them all over the place. Like, you can just find them. Look, there's another one. Bull flag. Just as you do, you get bear flags. Look, this is a bear flag here. That's a bear flag. It goes the opposite direction. You get the pole, the flag, and then the fall. Bear flag. Like, this is bear flaggish. This is bear flaggish. So it just depends, like, which direction you're coming at it with and what angle the flag happens at. So right now we've got a weird thing going on the higher time frame, and that is an ascending channel. And I'll show you where that is. I'll have to go zoom out on the hourly chart. Yeah, there it is. See that ascending channel? Just here. If I hide some of these other bits, it'll show up a bit better. That ramp up is an ascending channel. We've had them before. Let's see what they produced in the past. This was kind of an ascending channel. Nah, it was a bit more flat, wasn't it? Let's find a better example. This might be. There you go. It didn't make it. It failed. Back here, or here's a clean one. Look at this one. An ascending channel. It didn't quite make it. It fell out the bottom. Yeah. All over the place. You're welcome, Aaron. No worries at all, mate. My pleasure. Bitcoin, still looking okay. It's holding ground. Hasn't faded just yet. I would hold on to your PNG. I made good money on it. It's been volatile lately. PNG? I have a small bag. Stuck at 0.114 in PNG. Not sure if I should just take the loss now or wait and see if I can get out. Well, it doesn't look good though. Yeah, I don't even know what PNG is, but look up the fundamentals and do some research on it and see if there's any kind of hints to what's going to happen in the future with it. If it's got a roadmap, like a website, a white paper, like whatever, you know. But technically, let's look at the technicals of that PNG coin. Can't say I like know it off the top of my head. There's so many coins. Is it Papua New Guinea coin? I don't even think I have it in my watch list. I'll have to add it to my other red list. Okay. PNG. Coinbase. Pangolin. Pangolin. Let's open up the MEXC chart. Pangolin. Ooh. Look at that shit. Look at the way it's... Okay, that's good. This is very reminiscent of what Bonk did. It came down, found a floor, and seemingly was dead, right? Because it's just dead along the ground. But then it picked up. So if you can identify coins that are dead along the floor like this, and like build positions in the flat area, and cross your fingers. Basically, that's how you play it. You cross your fingers and you hope for these things. These pumps out of nowhere to, like, you know, take you into huge profit. What is this move anyway? Whoa, 470% from bottom to top. That's pretty big. Yeah, dude, it's so hard to say what's going to happen here. Because many times I've tried to apply textbook analysis to a pump like this, and it just doesn't follow through. Like it just doesn't like continue the volume, even though it may be a bullish pattern. You just have to be careful with these pumps. And this is why I don't tend to mess with coins that I'm unfamiliar with, just because they pumped. But that's not to say that this doesn't have an opportunity to move higher, because it's been in some kind of squeeze. It's definitely squeezing. Track the result, dude. Track the result of the squeeze. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, guys. Thank you, Honest, for reminding me. I think Serrano reminded me too earlier, but I forgot to shout it out. Thank you, Serrano. Yeah, look, this is what I see on PNG at the moment. It's doing this. It's squeezing down. And you don't want to be in it for a long if it gets lower than that. If it gets lower than this pivot here, because that would start to break the structure, and that's where you're looking at a potential downtrend. You know what I mean? You don't want to be riding it when it breaks structure like that. So that's where my stop loss would be, down here. And then if you're playing it on leverage at a lower time frame, just apply the same rules, you know, like identify a low, like maybe this one here, and you don't want to be in it if it gets lower than that. Oh, it's the same spot. But you know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe you could even say, look, it's so patchy on MEXC. Like, look at how patchy it is. This is reminiscent of low liquidity and like really big, a really big spread between the buys and sells. That's what creates these big jumps in value. Like, see these gaps? It's very gappy. Low volume, low liquidity. Not good if you're trying to play with like a big chunk of money, because you'll just cause huge slippage if you were to play it. Especially with market buying, market selling. You wouldn't want to do that. You'd want to be doing limit, or like just doing it under the radar, like doing chunks, like buying chunks at a time. That's how whales, I feel, you know, hide under the radar, is that they do it often, they do it frequently, but they spread it out so that it doesn't show up on the chart or on the order book as one big, you know, decision by them. They ease in and they ease out, and that's why consolidations take so long, because they're building They're building positions. They're building. And then they go, okay, I'm done building now. I'm gonna like spike it and get this party started. They ignite it and it takes off. Distribution happens as well. Like you find the top of a market. Let's go to the daily. No worries, Crypto Steiner. My pleasure. Distribution. This is a Wyckoff distribution schematic right here, like the way it came up. So the key principle I find with distribution is what they'll do, they'll excite the market enough to where liquidity is coming in through these pushes, right? This is them taking the profits. These moves back down, and then they'll manipulate it back up, but they'll only get it that much higher so that they don't have to put too much effort into it. They let the market do most of the work, right? They try to steer it in the right direction that they want. But the whole point is they are unloading everything that they bought down here in the bear cycle, in the bear market, in the flat accumulation crypto winter. They are distributing it. And this schematic, which is identifiable, is the most efficient way for them to distribute without losing money or causing slippage, or it's basically keeping the optimism at the highs. That's what this is all about. It's keeping the market confident to where it's getting liquidity to come in. It's called exit liquidity for them. That's the way they see it. Each one of these subsequent pushes was liquidity entering, new liquidity coming into the market, and they're selling the crap out of it because they're distributing what they bought. They buy and they sell. This is how they do it efficiently. Now there is an accumulation schematic for Wyckoff, and I saw people tracing it out in this area. That was an accumulation right there. So was this. This was an accumulation. These two are very similar. There's some key points in here that are similar. And, you know, according to that theory or that schematic, this is the most efficient way for the market makers to accumulate. You know, to get people to part with their crypto, because they cause lower highs, they cause panic, and it's all for one reason. It's so that retail sell their crypto. They give it up, and these guys are buying it on the dips. Buy, because they know what's coming. They know what's coming around the corner. You know. They know this. They know this. So what are we in right now as far as like Wyckoff is concerned? There's no distribution or accumulation we're in right now. We're in the transition between the two. So if you're calling this distribution, Wyckoff distribution, and you're calling this Wyckoff accumulation, the zone between the two is like the transition between, like it's the movement between the phases. And that's what we could very well be in right now. We could be in this transition between the two. So maybe we do hit a Wyckoff distribution, you know, at this level here, between these fib levels. Maybe there's a distribution event that happens here, and it dips, and then they do another accumulation pattern down here, and then it rips, and then they do another distribution, and so on and so forth. You know, you can see them on the chart. You can see these little areas where it's like flat and busy. These are the distribution games and accumulation games. We're in sort of like, I guess, potentially a distribution. Or it could be that it's a reaccumulation. if there's going to be another push. Let's see if there's any like examples. I mean, it's probably not white cough, but like white coffee and whatever the hell you want to, however you want to call it. It could be this, like these little like zones of like taking a breath, like in a run, takes a breath, goes higher, takes a breath, goes higher, like that. It's possible. It's possible. That's what the bulls hope. Definitely. Yeah, look, I was kind of hoping that we'd get some kind of result out of these boxes, you know, given the Monday. But look, maybe it's a little early. Maybe we're a little early on this box situation. We haven't left it yet. Get rid of some of these examples. Where was that triangle at? Oh yeah, it's this thing. The big old ascending triangle. I'm going to name this, rename, I'm going to call this ascending triangle. And I might put up a new poll. Okay. I'm going to poll you guys. I'm going to end the poll of the Dogecoin thing. It's gone almost 50-50 with 26 votes. Damn. Okay, start a poll. How? Let me just pose this question. How will we let's see, how will we leave this ascending triangle? And I'll just keep it simple. I'll just say up or down. There you go. Cast your vote. Let's see what happens. We've got 26 people tuned in. Smash the like button, guys, if you can. That would be great. See if we can get some more people to come on through. We've got 40 minutes on the clock until we get the daily close of Monday, and we got our Tuesday candle. I might jump into one of the voice channels, like maybe B's stream, B's Discord. So I'll put up this little disclaimer: audio from B Crypto Live's Discord channel. The link to join is pinned in this chat. Well, not currently, it's not pinned. Let me do that. Let me grab the link to his Discord, which I think would be in his YouTube stream if it's up. It's not up at the moment, but I'll grab it. 1 second.
Responding.
If anyone's got the link to the Discord, feel free to post it in the chat, and I'll pin it to the top of the chat. See if I can find it. I thought I linked it to Lord Lay, Brian Abraham. Well, maybe this link works. I knew I linked it to someone directly on Discord a few days ago. Let's say B's Discord. Join B's Discord. There we go. Okay. The little heart symbol is in the way. I can't like pin. There we go. I just have to bump it up a few. Subscribe to B's YouTube channel as well. Just search B Crypto Live in YouTube, and you'll find it. I'm going to jump in there and see if there's anyone talking in there right now.
Little shitty ass apartment.
Hola!
There's on
Sorry.
the couch, busy bone.
Sorry, Steven. I brought
Hey,
my
fuck you, Rick.
I brought my YouTube stream in with me. 23 people are listening.
Hey guys,
What's up, YouTube?
what's up?
Yeah.
Oh man, just excited that Rick's here to watch him lose more money. Teach us how to not lose.
It makes me laugh bringing in YouTube. Like, you guys are like, what the fuck?
What do they want me?
Stevie's like, oh shit, I don't have any pants on. What are you doing?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, my camera? I don't know.
Steve, what's happening? Are you in a trade, Steve?
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, but
Bitcoin or
for the first
what?
time, for the first time, well, not for the first time. I've been in profit on Sia coin once before. And I'm like 3 up on it. But I will not sell it. I've never sold it. Ever. So Sia coin I'm not gonna give up on. I sold a lot of them. But that and yeah. I lost some money in the market today for sure. But that and engine coin. So yeah, I bought a bit of those, about fuck ton of them.
Sweet.
I think it was.
And gin.
Yeah. Other than that, I
Crypto
think
game.
that what y'all were speaking about, man, that these alts are strong as fudge buckets, man.
What do you think about the 38k Bitcoin resistance right now? Do you think we're gonna beat it, or do you think it's gonna shove us back down again?
Time frame wise, I think that we're absolutely gonna jump off of something here. We're gonna see a little bit. We're gonna get scared a little bit, a little scaredy pant, and but not scared. I'm sorry. Some people will. Some people will buy, but
Yeah.
38 is if we bounce off of that, that's a good thing. Because that's what you've all charted, and that's what is gonna happen next. Is gonna be 42 to 45, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping that. I'm hoping we get like a textbook outcome to this 38k resistance, and that is further upside, because we're in an uptrend. We've got a rising like an ascending triangle. I haven't really looked at the oscillators at the moment, but I feel like oscillators will just reflect what price does anyway. Like if price goes up, the oscillators will go, oh yeah, up. So, but I guess oscillators, they try to suggest what's like, what might be coming based off its oscillation. But yeah,
back around.
They're being hot. I mean, you don't really have to open up your oscillators to even think that, because you already know that the price is up. Market structure's up. You best believe that the oscillators are going to be hot to reflect that.
Fact.
So
that's fact.
Do you really have to look at them? Well, only if you're hunting for divergence, I feel, is it necessary to check.
What do you mean by that?
Oscillators. So if you
Hunting for divergence.
So bullish divergence and bearish divergence, or hidden or standard, you find it on the RSI, or you can find it on the MACD or the stochastic, but it's most commonly people use the RSI to find divergences.
RSI, MACD together.
Yeah.
Right.
And then even still, if you find it, you're just playing with probability still. Like it all boils back down to probability. Like, and you put yourself on the side of the more probable outcome, and that's the best you can do, because there's no guarantees. There's no, yep, we've got bullish divergence, we're guaranteed to go bullish because there's bullish divergence, or we're guaranteed to crash because there's bearish divergence. It's not a guarantee. It's just a probability.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Where
so
you draw the line. where do you draw the line in between your emotional being state of mind? Because that's all it is renaming yourself bearish or bullish, right?
Well, you draw your line with a
There's-
stop loss. That's what you do. You
oh,
go.
wait, hang on. Can you repeat that? What is it called? A stop loss? What does it do?
Apparently, man, it stops the loss. It stops the loss.
Okay.
Who
don't
would
believe
have
it.
thought? I don't believe
My
it
line
stops.
stopped it dead in its tracks.
My angular, the angular resistance I drew out stopped it dead in its tracks.
Okay, yeah. So Bitcoin, it bounced off
Reach
my
down
angular,
and-
the one that stops it from
Hey,
hitting the
Rick.
40K line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's actually him. No, it ain't. That is not him. I don't know AI, but hey, Rick, that graphic you put up earlier this
Yeah.
morning about the halving.
Yeah, dude. You like that one?
That
It's not mine. I just shared it.
anybody, you posted it, so claim it.
Mm.
Anyways, if anybody has doubts, you can refer to Rick, and he will send you that. Maybe open your mind up a little bit. Look into my.
Yeah, dude. I can see. Look, if we're calling this the fourth cycle, because Bitcoin's had 1, 2, 3, of these 4-year cycles.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we're if we get a fourth one of similar or same, then cool. We're about to hit a bull run. As it's the
The
strong.
probability of that happening is possibly
Yeah,
to
man.
0. So, Rick, what are you doing, man? You brought your boys in here. You got 7,000 people in here.
7,000 ears. So that's 3,500 people if you've got 7,000 ears, right?
No, only one of my ears work.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, unless you got Picasso in here.
Yeah.
I'm only like a half a person at that point.
What'd you say?
Mm.
Yep.
Only half of me.
Hang on. But yeah, I got it in my
Live
left
in
ear.
one ear, can hear out the other.
Look into my. Oh shit!
All right.
The real.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I will be back.
Yo.
All right, dude.
Alright.
Tell your mama I said what's up.
Hello?
What up?
Hey, I'm just streaming right now. I brought my YouTube stream into here, if that's cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. Yeah. I just wanted to see what your feelings were right now on Bitcoin. Do you think we're going to revisit 38 shortly? Or do you think it's going to reject us? Or we're not even going to get there? Or what do you reckon?
Well, we're flirting with a line right now. Bitcoin's 37,482, and we're right here at a support / resistance. If we go under, then we can pull back to about the 36.8 mark. We've got a strong support that we've seen this morning. If it winds up claiming this as support, and the new market comes in and takes us to the upside, our potential upside is that 38.80, headache. And then if it goes roaring, they go throwing all the money at it. Our next major resistance is 39,280.
I like that. That's cool.
And if you look at the chart that I've got set up here that I'm sharing
I'll open it
right now.
And I'm going to put it up on YouTube as well, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Fire away, man.
So what we're looking at is this red line right here.
Yep.
Is where we're looking at is it going to be support or is it going to be resistance? That's where we're flirting with. And see, we're dialed in with the moon. We came out of our Aquarius, which is your low point, right? So we're starting to trend upwards, right? Our moon's going to drag all these bars around this way, clockwise, correct?
Right.
So if we can claim this as support, then your position is to go through this channel up to here, and your resistance is here.
Wow.
If you don't hold this as support, then this becomes support. This point here in the triangle becomes your support, and so you get that 36,880. And we used that this morning. It was just a few dollars lower. It's 36.8 this morning, and we wound up seeing that wick to 36,650 or something in that ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lost that, then your next major support is all the way down at 35.7, all the way around here, and that would be what they call a 45-degree reversal. So, but that would be your price time point, and it reverses back the other way.
This system is incredible. Like, it's wow. Like, do you know when it was developed? Like the history of it?
I don't know exactly when it was developed. I know that WD Gann in the early 1900s was using.
Wow. Okay, so this thing has history.
Matter of fact, you know, a lot of the people, not only do they use it for finance, they use it for real estate. They find the 18-year cycles on real estate with this, using the northern node and the moon cycles and stuff like that. There's so many different ways this is used.
It's amazing.
But one of the things
like
we were looking at earlier,
it looks like a natal chart. Have you ever heard of a natal chart before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if we go back in time, I want to just show you this right quick. So I'm going to go back hour by hour, okay?
Yeah.
Then you'll notice the little moon right here.
Travels backwards.
Yeah, yep. Watch what happens. We're going to see a couple of lines pop up on the chart. Around 5, see that line popped up?
Yeah.
So that was some of the stuff that was holding us back. And we go back, there was another line. And we wound up losing these 2 lines through the day. And what I'm trying to determine now, this is where I was telling you, I take a lot of screenshots and take a lot of notes. So I'm trying to figure out what these things do and how much they suppress price. And now that they're gone, does that take the pressure off the chart and let us run? Right? Or is it, who knows? You know, you got these 2 green ones down here.
So can you, like, for a complete beginner like me to this, what are the, like, colored circles mean? Like, you got some prices in red and then some prices in green.
I marked those.
Oh, so you've marked them up. Okay. So you're keeping a track of, right. Okay. Gotcha. So, and where do you read where we currently are, kind of thing?
All right. So you start with the low price in the middle. And this chart's pretty complicated. So you could start with the square of 9. If you don't mind, I'll build you one right quick. You just watch it all happen.
Sure.
All right. So let's pick something besides Bitcoin. Pick a coin.
Okay. Dogecoin.
All right. So Doge. What was our Doge low? 04 what?
I'll have to just change screens 1 second. I can give you prices. Hang on a sec. Full screen. There we are. Okay. And I'm going to put your screen back up full. Okay. Fire away. What's the question? What's the Doge?
Doge low, that 04 whatever.
Oh, okay, like the low of the bear market? Yep, it was 0.04914 is what I have. So just under 5 cents. Wow.
All right, so what we're going to do from here, so we've got our 049 in here, right? So the way this chart works, it steps out and then it goes around cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going all the way up. All right, and we're going in increments of 0.001 off of a base of 0.49. Okay,
Right.
so what is our current price on Doge right now?
0.0779. So basically 0.07 or 0. Let's just say I'm going to round it up. 0.078. 0.078 roughly.
So we're right here. There's 2 green blocks that I just clicked in, right?
Yeah.
So then what we do is we add our square, because the square will give us our resistance levels.
Yeah,
the triangle will get you your support levels. And the moon right now is at 331 degrees.
Right, okay. Mm-hmm.
So you can adjust your angles, your triangle and your square. And then you come up here and you change your date. Make sure you got today's date. You know, what hour are we on, right? So now, we look back at this chart again. And so we automatically go that our low would be
so 7.5 cents roughly.
Right.
7574, yeah.
So if that don't hold, this would be. If that don't hold, this would be. And so when you go up and you look at resistance, this next box right here, where we smacked our head several times today.
Yeah.
All right. So you may have seen this today, close to the 8.2, and got rejected and come back around.
Yeah. What did it get
if you
to?
Follow that box, yeah. If you follow that box around, right there's 8.6, almost 8.7 right there.
876. 876 was the recent like highest point on the chart. 876.
And that was what, yesterday, day before yesterday, probably.
Yeah, it was Friday of last week for me. So
yeah,
3 days ago.
We may have been in rotation. We may have been because this whole thing turns right as you go around with the moon. So it may have been rotated enough to do that. So.
Right.
When I talk about a 180 degree fall, so if we go all the way around this, we went 360 degrees, right?
Yeah.
So if I say we're going to do a 180 degree fall, this is a big rejection. You would just fall all the way back to here. If you were doing a full 360 degree fall, then you fall all the way back to here.
Right, I see. Yep. Wow.
But it's a great way to find your support and resistances on almost any asset that you work on.
It's pretty cool.
Is it? I don't. Like I said, I'm just learning it and getting it understood, and the lunar cycle. The interesting thing for me is this is Aquarius. This is supposed to be the low point, right? And the moon is traveling up to Leo, which is supposed to be your high point. So in my mind, we should be, seeing upward price action.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
How long does it take for the moon to get from Pisces to Leo? Is that like months, or is it like?
Oh no.
Weeks or
to go
days,
from Aquarius to go up to full round is about 28 days.
Okay. A full cycle of the moon. Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So it's something interesting to keep in eye on. It's like I said, this type of stuff is where I'm learning. And when I start seeing, like tomorrow, look at all this stuff that shows up on the chart tomorrow. What does it mean? Look at how on the 22nd it gets even worse. Look, the 23rd it's even worse. 24th you got green lines all through the middle. What is going on?
Yeah, what the hell?
25th. Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot.
26 is bonkers. Is this all upside movement? Is it up, down, up, down? All I can tell you is last time we've seen a lot of volatility in the chart on the 13th to the 16th. And, we had coins going up, we had coins going down, we had major movement. It was a wonderful thing to see, right?
Yeah. That's cool. So I see you mark out supports in red, you mark out current price in green, and then you mark out resistances or future potential in gold or yellow.
Yeah, target. They listed on here as a target.
Yeah.
And you could download this. It's Ganzilla Pro. You can Google it and download the app yourself.
Do they have good tutorials on YouTube, that kind of thing, to show how it's used and people using it?
If you speak Hindi, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I
That's
mean,
cool.
in all seriousness,
Yeah,
there's several videos out there, and everybody, it's one of those things, they know the best way or whatever. I personally have just took several different methods. Like this is the square of 9 that you see here now. I've done the octagon. I've done, several different methods, and for me, it's easier for me to track on the octagon than it is on the square of 9. It does take paying a little more attention to what you're setting up and making sure you're dialed in, but it makes it a little easier finding the price and tracking the price than it does on square of 9, in my opinion.
Okay. That's cool. Well, thanks for the update, man. I've never seen this before, so it's interesting to me to learn it or get an overview on how it works. So right now, what are we, like 15 minutes out from the daily close?
Yep.
Could we be looking at a strong close? Maybe. What do they have in store, these market makers? Are they going to pump it to the resistance? Are they going to break it? Are they going to reject
this
it?
group, we were just looking at the USDT dominance, and how it's, how that's just been following this. I'm going to put a better picture in general. Oh, I've already got one in. So there's an updated picture of USDT dominance and how it's caught inside that circle. And, it's just continually, making lower highs and lower lows. So let's see if it'd go down and break that previous low it made on a daily. And we could be in a nice little run here.
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, look, just from the basics, we're in an uptrend. People have seen 38,000 tested twice now, and we are evidently reapproaching that same level again. So it's like this would be the third test, and if we can break it on the third attempt, that'd be cool. But I guess you have to treat supports and resistances with respect until they get invalidated. So that means expect rejection at resistance, expect support, or expect support at support. You know what I mean? Expect a bounce at support. I'll put it that way. Expect bounces at supports and expect rejections at resistance until invalidated. And that's, when it gets invalidated, that's when you do your breakout trade.
Let me see you draw a wedge like that, Rick.
A wedge? What do you mean?
Yeah, you see how that it's riding that circle? That's Bitcoin on its chart, how it's riding the inside of that circle, and it's got that resistance right overhead. It's a funny looking wedge there.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's It makes me wonder how many people have AI learning all these different strategies and techniques and then finding like a consensus between them and then just spitting out a very simple result and telling the user this is what's probably going to happen based off all of this, you know? Based off all of this strategy and all of the news that I've scanned and all of, you know, all of the speculation, all of the trends, and it spits out like a prediction. That would be interesting. Like a prediction bot fueled by AI. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. See what happens with the last 10 minutes, the last 11 minutes. But I'm gonna
You got your wedge. Yeah, you got your wedge drawn on your chart. I'll just jump over
yeah,
to
you see it. Yeah. You see the rising wedge.
You got so if that was a circle, if you was following that as a circle right there, you'd be following the same circle that I'm inside of right now.
Right.
And so, I mean, and it's some of the other things that we played with today was, you know, using price line and pulling the field with price line instead of candle bodies and wicks. Using the actual price line and going down to like the 3880, go to 3880 up to 65 or 66,000, wherever it is. Doing that style field, you know, we you know, just trying to find that, you know, point, you know, where is the point of rejection, right? Where's that?
The pivot, exactly.
Look
I'm pretty sure line goes off candle bodies. It doesn't. I don't think it depicts the wicks. Whereas, like when you do candles, you'll see wicks. See the wicks at the all-time high here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but the line chops it down to the body, which is understandable. Seems to chop it a little. Candles. But yeah, candles. They give you a lot of information. You know, knowing where the highs and lows are, I feel is important. But yeah, I remember Adam Up back in the day. His chart looked like this. He had his wicks turned off in settings. He just turned the wicks off, and it was just bodies all over. There was no wicks. And he's like, wicks are misleading. You want to go off body, candle body structure.
Right.
So it's like, okay, that's cool. I've never heard that concept, but I guess if it works for you, why not do it? But I do like my wicks. I like to know where things have terminated and where things have gone to the extremes.
Well, you know, it tells you when there's sell pressure and buy pressure, right? It tells you how interested they were in that price.
Yeah.
You know, so it shows you how much. Like you look at that one wick right there
down here, and even up here, Yep, that's a lot of pressure.
That lot of pressure. That D you got marked there. Look how much buy pressure was there.
Yeah, definitely. And look, the sells, they do come in, but they're not as dramatic as the buy wicks. At least lately. Like, look at these buy wicks. It's crazy. It's very violently supported and bought up. And it's quick. It just shows that it happened quickly. That's what wicks are. They're quick. If it happens over time and it's buying time, you won't see wick. You'll see body. You'll see more bodies like this, and like that.
That's why everybody gets all excited whenever they see big wicks on the daily and weekly time frames.
Yeah, because something fast has happened. Yeah, it definitely depicts speed to me of a move. Like, look at how fast that move was there, that wick. That all happened within an hour, that movement, like that big wick there. That was that ETF false news, I think it was. I don't know, there was a point where there was a premature like news release about an ETF getting approved. It was either that, or it was this, or it was that. There was just some spike in the chart somewhere.
Well, here's what was funny because we had just charted. I had just started charting like that, like what I'm doing right now, and I was like, "There's a big move about to happen," because the USDT dominance was about to just collapse. I was like, "It's going to the USDT dominance is about to fall fast," and sure enough, it just collapsed and Bitcoin took off roaring. And then the next thing you know, here's the news saying that it was, the ETF. I'm like, oh boy, it's already happened before the news is even released.
Exactly. Yeah. It's wild.
So what? So you're on the fence too. You're kind of like
About
touch the top of the range, or
about the outcome. I think we're at least gonna visit 38 in the near future, like as in the next, inside of the next maybe 6 hours. That's my hunch. Like that's what I'm leaning toward. It's one thing to visit it, but it's another thing to get through it, or reject at it. What do I think's going to happen at that line? It really wouldn't surprise me if it was another swing fail and we get shoved back down again, like for another leg down. I don't think it's going to kill the overall uptrend, like the bigger picture. Zooming out on like the 4 hour, like the fact that we've been up and bullish. I just think maybe we'll butt up against 38 again, take a leg down, find support, and then rip again, and then because inevitably, like I think 42 is still very much on the cards to come and test. It's just vague on when it's gonna happen. Like I can't give you definite. No one can really be too definite or sure about it. But I think the probability is still high, just based off the structure and the evidence on the chart. Like there's a lot of support for that outcome, I think. But yeah, we will see. We will see. I guess that's why it's hanging right now. Like it's suspended up at these levels because people are still anticipating it. People aren't disbelieving it. They're not calling it as bullshit. They think, oh, this has a chance. Why would I sell when there's a chance? Why would I give up? I'm anticipating something.
We've talked about it in the group about how there's so many more people now that are using leverage, and those guys aren't in business to make you money. They're there to make them money, right?
Of course, yeah.
So
yeah,
these exchanges, right? These exchanges are here to make money, not make you money.
Right.
So it's like a bank. They're there to make money, not to make you money. They'll let you hold it, but they want to make their money.
Yeah.
And with as many people doing this leverage, now they got more market makers, saying, all right, well, we want to send it here. Let these boys get loaded up on shorts and then we'll get that liquid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's all traps, man. It's games. On the smaller time frame is where they play their games, and that's why I try to avoid the 1 minute, the 5 minute chart to scalp off, because not saying you can't do it, but it's hard. It's the most difficult way to trade, I feel. It's advanced. That's advanced trading right there. Scalping. Micro scalping. There's a lot of games played, and you have to do it often. You're frequently making trades if you're a scalper. Like, if you're an intraday trader, you're exposing yourself to risk multiple times a day. Whereas if you're a swing trader, you basically have to sacrifice your time, but you're only exposing yourself to risk once per swing. Like, that's the idea of it. Like, you're seeing something, an opportunity come up, and you're exposing yourself to the market once. So you're risking it once. Whereas when you're a scalper, you're risking it so many times. It's like, how many opportunities to lose money am I throwing at the market? Or, and to gain money. Like, I understand. But yeah, exposure to risk. Exposure to risk.
Yeah, I exposed myself today.
Yeah. I
I
mean, you
said some
have
pretty
to.
tight stop losses. Spot
Yeah.
bags, I put some
Mm.
spot bags in, and I was like, this is a risky move. I knew it was risky, so I set them at, some spot bags at like 2.5%. And I was like, if it's not going to go now, I'd rather for it to catch me, and then I'll, get back in at a lower price and go from there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're not willing to take on risk, you're not going to make any reward. So it's finding the balance, and knowing your proficiency, like knowing your track record with what you've been doing for however long you've been involved. And if you're not making progress, like you need to change it up. You need to find something that works for you, a style that helps you keep your money in the market, or at least defend what you have. If you're not making it, then work on, like, I think defense first. Like, learn how to protect what you have before making money. When you've figured that out, that's when you can branch out and go, ooh, like, I've got some skills for risk management and defending my money. Now I want to look at making money. Like, how do I bring it in? And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I think, yeah, like, protecting the capital I have is more important to me than making new capital, like bringing in new money. Bringing in new money is just a byproduct of successful risk management and protecting, I think,
Very much so. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's level of risk is different, right? Not all of us play with the same amount of money.
That's right. Appetite for risk. Yeah.
Finding what works, whether it's you're manually trading, or whether you're using a grid bot, or, understanding the position that you're going to be in. Here we go. New candle. What we're going to do.
Hey, come on, daily. I was hoping there would be some drama, some moves on the daily close. Sometimes there is, but yeah, other times you just get a bit of stagnation. It just goes stagnant. It doesn't go anywhere. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary right now. Still Chop City.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like after the volatility this morning, it kind of just like laid off. We got past that lunchtime run, and it was like, all right, let's take a nap.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna leave my stream running, but I'm gonna go get some breakfast and get a coffee and all that stuff. But thanks for the catch up, man. Appreciate your words and explaining the thing to the stream. That's cool. I'll check back in. Yeah, I'll check in again when we get some more results with price and stuff. Because otherwise it's just ranging, hey?
We'll do a follow along and see where we're at on prices. We've done the DOGE chart tonight. We could check back on that in a day or two, and see how the circle worked out on the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to show you that anytime. Show up anytime,
man. Oh well, thank you. Well, take care, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, be good, guys.
All right, see you, man. All right, guys, I'll leave the stream up to like follow the price and everything, but I'm gonna go get some coffee and something to eat because I'm starving. All right. All right, I am back. Damn, I was hoping that Bitcoin would have done something by now, but it's still toying with that high. Maybe it'll do something like this. Maybe it's going to take a few hours. So, you know, maybe tomorrow or the next day. We might not get a result till Thursday. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think for now, I'm going to wrap this stream up. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.